Welcome to the video. Today we're tackling the high-mileage, heavy-duty dilemma. When expensive repairs hit, should you dump the old vehicle or invest in fixing it? We'll analyze total cost of ownership, depreciation, financing, and practical decision rules. We'll also walk through a simple checklist, a decision flowchart, and real-world scenarios. Then, we'll examine when selling as-is beats fixing before a trade, and why right-sizing your next vehicle can save more than any single repair. Stay with me, because each section builds on the last.
Next, let's look at our agenda.
Here's our roadmap. First, we define the paradox and why repair often wins. Next, we cover exceptions when replacement is smarter. Then we compare trade-in options and lay out a step-by-step decision framework. After that, we'll discuss right-sizing your next vehicle to your actual needs. We'll reinforce these ideas with diagrams and a couple of quick quizzes.
With that said, let's begin by framing the core problem.
The paradox is emotional and financial. A major repair estimate hits like a shock, but financially, a new vehicle often costs much more over time due to loan payments, interest, insurance, taxes, and rapid depreciation. The question is not which hurts now, but which choice minimizes total cost over your planned ownership period. To answer that, we have to compare true costs, not just immediate cash. Let's move on to why, more often than not, repairing an already owned vehicle wins on long-term cost. Repairs often win because they convert a lump sum into multiple years of use, with no ongoing loan payments. By contrast, a $40,000 replacement commonly involves monthly payments in the $700 to $850 range for 5 years, totaling more than $8,000 to $10,000 in year one alone. Add insurance increases and significant depreciation, and the new vehicle's total cost towers over a one-time repair. Even if your current vehicle's fuel economy is not ideal, the avoided loan and depreciation frequently outweigh fuel penalties. Additionally, independent, reputable mechanics can perform necessary work for less than dealerships, improving the repair side of the equation. Now, let's quantify this with a quick cost snapshot. This table gives a rough, conservative comparison. Repairing the current vehicle typically requires a one-time expense, around $5,000, and only routine costs thereafter. A new $40,000 vehicle often involves around $750 per month, leading to over $11,000 in the first year, excluding depreciation. Depreciation adds thousands more in lost value. Even considering fuel savings with a more efficient car, the avoided loan and depreciation often dwarf those savings in the short term. Numbers vary by market, APR, insurance, and vehicle class, so treat these as directional estimates.
Next, let's clarify when replacement does make sense despite these numbers.
Replacement can be the smarter move when safety is compromised, such as severe frame corrosion or persistent brake issues. If the engine or transmission fails and the vehicle's value is already very low, the repair may not be economical. A mismatch between the vehicle's capabilities and your needs is another trigger. If you require seats, cargo space, or towing the current vehicle can't efficiently provide, chronic downtime that interrupts work or family life may also justify replacement. Finally, regulatory or emissions requirements can make keeping an older platform cost prohibitive.
Now, let's talk about trade-in strategy if you do choose to sell.
When selling or trading, the general rule is don't perform non-critical major repairs beforehand. Dealerships and trade-in buyers can repair systems like exhaust or suspension at lower cost than consumers, so you'll rarely recoup retail repair spending in trade value. This means selling as-is often preserves more cash. Exceptions include inexpensive fixes that demonstrably increase value beyond their cost, or safety-critical issues needed for a successful test drive. Next, let's make your decision systematic with a simple, repeatable framework. Use this checklist to choose with confidence. First, define how long the vehicle needs to last. Second, obtain at least 2 independent shop quotes for the repair. Third, compare the repair cost to the vehicle's private party value. Fourth, judge whether the repair will restore dependable, safe operation. Fifth, ensure there are no compliance or emissions red flags. Sixth, model the monthly impact, a repair lump sum versus a recurring loan payment plus insurance. Seventh, reassess whether you truly need heavy-duty capability. Eighth, if you plan to sell, Consider listing as is and disclose major issues. To visualize this process, let's move to a decision flowchart. This flowchart starts at safety. If safety is compromised, you either replace or perform critical repairs first. If safety is fine, we compare repair costs to the vehicle's market value. When repair exceeds roughly 70% of value, replacement is favored. Under 30%, repair is often best. The middle band depends on your ownership horizon and reliability expectations. We then evaluate whether the repair will restore dependable use. We also weigh monthly payment burden against a one-time repair and ask whether heavy-duty capability is truly needed. The flow culminates in 3 outcomes: repair now, replace and right-size, or sell as is. Right-sizing is the quiet heavyweight in this decision. If you rarely tow or haul, switching from a heavy-duty platform to a compact or efficient sedan can deliver substantial savings. For example, at 12,000 miles per year and $3.75 per gallon, a 15 miles per gallon truck consumes roughly 800 gallons annually, while a 35 miles per gallon compact uses about 343 gallons. That's over $1,700 saved per year in fuel alone. Add smaller tires, cheaper fluids, fewer complex systems, and often lower insurance and registration, and the total savings compound. Next, let's visualize savings building over time. This timeline highlights cumulative costs over 3 years. Path A, the repair route, shows a one-time outlay around $5,000 and relatively flat monthly carrying costs. Path B, the replacement route, accrues high monthly payments, slightly higher insurance, and substantial depreciation early on. As months pass, the cumulative total for the new vehicle diverges sharply above the repair path, demonstrating why the repair choice often retains a cost advantage across typical ownership horizons. This mind map organizes the total cost of ownership. At the center is TCO, branching into purchase price and financing, which drive monthly payments. Depreciation represents silent value loss. Operating costs include fuel, insurance, maintenance and repairs, and tires.
Administrative costs include registration and taxes. Downtime carries a productivity penalty, especially for work vehicles. Resale value and use case fit affect both costs and eventual exit. Right-sizing integrates across categories by reducing several cost branches simultaneously. Now, let's test your understanding with a quick quiz. Question: if a $5,000 repair buys 3 more reliable years, and a new $40,000 vehicle would cost about $750 per month for 36 months, which is typically cheaper over those 3 years? Options are A, repair the current vehicle, B, buy the new vehicle, C, costs are about the same, and D, impossible to estimate. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is A, repair the current vehicle. Over 3 years, the new vehicle's payments alone are approximately $27,000, not including depreciation, insurance, or taxes. By contrast, a one-time $5,000 repair generally remains far below that amount, even with routine maintenance. Question: true or false? You should complete expensive, non-critical repairs before trading in to get the highest value. Options are A, true, and B, false. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B, false. Dealerships and trade-in buyers can typically perform non-critical repairs for less than a retail customer would pay, so you're unlikely to recoup those costs in a higher trade value. Selling as is often preserves more cash. Here are the essentials. First, repairs often win financially when you include depreciation and insurance in your comparison. Second, choose independent, reputable mechanics for necessary work. Third, if you're selling, avoid non-critical major repairs beforehand and disclose issues honestly. Fourth, right-size your next vehicle so you're not paying for unused capability. Finally, apply a consistent framework. Prioritize safety, compare repair cost to market value, weigh reliability after repair, align with your ownership horizon, and understand monthly impact. This content is for education only and is not financial advice. Vehicle markets, interest rates, insurance costs, taxes, and parts pricing vary significantly by region and over time.
Your vehicle's unique condition and use case are critical factors. Always obtain multiple quotes from reputable independent shops, cross-check market values, and consult with qualified professionals before making purchase or repair decisions. With that in mind, let's wrap up our discussion. In summary, a well-priced repair can deliver years of service at a fraction of the cost of replacement. Replace when safety is compromised, reliability cannot be restored affordably, or your use case requires different capability. If you sell, list as is rather than funding expensive, non-critical jobs that dealers can handle cheaper. And right-size your next vehicle to align costs with your real needs. Finally, let's close with a quick thank you and a call to action. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you think through the repair or replace decision, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear your situation and numbers in the comments so we can analyze them together. See you in the next one.